Hey guys, Todd Helms out here with Wingmen this morning to bring you an onX hunt tip on the crop data layer. So hey guys, while I got you here, drop down, mash that subscribe button, leave us a comment, let us know how you use the crop data layer from onX. I'd love to see some of those, and make sure you're subscribed. We can't continue to bring you awesome content like this unless our subscriber base continues to grow. So I'm gonna break down for you why you should be using the crop data layer from onX, especially if you're hunting like us, you're hunting upland birds, you're hunting waterfowl, and you're doing it in areas you may not have been to previously. This layer is a phenomenal tool to get you zeroed in more quickly and just hit the ground running, basically. All right, so the crop data layer breaks down a whole bunch of different crops. I'm gonna pull it up in a second and show you what crops exactly are available through the onX Hunt app crop data layer. I run it on my phone. Obviously it's available in your GPS as well. But the way that I like to use this, and the thing that I feel is the most valuable about it, is when I'm headed into a piece of ground that I haven't been to before. Maybe it's in another state, maybe it's in a different part of Wyoming, but I don't know what's there. Now, onX doesn't have the ability to give you up to the minute crops. Like, it's not gonna show me that this field right here is in corn in 2021, but it's going to show me what it was in last year. Chances are, if this was corn this year, it was probably corn last year. It's gonna give you an idea of where crops are grown and what crops are grown there. That's a huge advantage for the waterfowler and the upland hunter, because I can zone in and fine tune my scouting when I roll into an area. I'm not just blindly driving around looking for crops. I can pull up the onX crop data layer and I can look, okay, there was corn here last year, that was in sugar beets, that was in grain. It gives me a starting point before I even get to the area. I can scout a place in Kansas looking for duck and goose feeds from my home into my office. I can drop some pins on some likely areas that I can drive right to when I get to Kansas, and I can start looking. It narrows that field of research is what this layer does. Like I said, I can pull this up. I'm just gonna do it right here. I've got an area pulled up. All I need to do to use this layer is go to map layers in the lower left-hand corner. I touch that and I go to layer library. I've got my layers turned on right here, but if I look over on the right, there's layer library. I just tap layer library and there's a whole pile of different layers on here. The last one there says crop data layers 2020. I'm going to expand that. And I want to see, you know what? I'm looking for dry field mallard feeds right now, which means corn for dry field mallards this time of year where I live. So I want to look, where was there corn last year? It's a good place to start looking this year. I hit the description. It says corn, sweet corn, popcorn, field distribution during the 2020 growing season, combined acreage mapped is 91 million acres. That's just in 2020. That's the most current data available. Like I said, impossible unless they're gonna map the whole country, impossible to do it current time. But to have that 2020 information in my back pocket when I go to a new area just narrows the field. Chances are there's going to be something similar there in 2021, and that narrows my scouting down. Obviously, as waterfowlers, guys, we're looking in the sky. We're looking at last light and first light for birds moving around. But this crop data layer is, like I said, it narrows that search down, puts me in an area where I know there were feeds in 2020. Now, you upland guys, we pulled in here to film this tip, flushed a rooster right here out of the corn. With that crop data layer, again, I can go back and I can say, ooh, there was corn in that field last year. I wonder what's there this year. Or, man alive, I'm gonna go to South Dakota and I'm gonna do a DIY hunt in South Dakota, and I don't know what was planted on those state lands that I'm going to go hunt, on that public land that I'm going to go hunt, or I don't even know what farmers do what out there, so I can go knock on doors. With the crop data layer, I can zoom in on an area, say a town, and I can pick a radius around that town, and I can see what farmers had corn the year before. So I can go there and start looking. Maybe I can even make some phone calls ahead of time, thank you onX, and try to get some things lined out. Maybe talk to some folks so I'm not just going in and running and gunning. I can go into a hunt with a plan. Because I don't know about you, but when I go into a hunt with a plan, everything goes much better. Kind of like the old A-team thing. I love it when a plan comes together, right? That's just how I roll. And with the onX Hunt app crop data layer, that's just one more facet that I can create a more detailed plan with. So guys, if you're not using the crop data layer in the onX Hunt app, you need to be. It's simple. It's in your layer library. You can go in, turn it on. You can select exactly what you're looking for. Corn, sorghum. You know what? I'll just give you a breakdown. There's corn, wheat, alfalfa. There's a fallow layer, so you can tell what ground was fallow last year. Sorghum, cotton, dry beans, peanuts, sugar beets, millet, soybeans, winter wheat, hay, rice, grain, canola, pea and lentils, sunflower, potatoes. All these things are in this crop data layer from onX. You big game guys, this is going to show you where that ag is and potentially where you need to be looking to intercept animals moving from public bedding areas onto private feeding areas. That happens a lot in the West especially. Animals move on and off of private and public because a lot of times the bedding is better on the public. It's a little wilder country and the feed is in the ag. Those animals will be moving back and forth, and this crop data layer from onX gives you the intel that you need to formulate a game plan before you ever set foot in the field. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, we'll see you in the field.